It used to be safe to take your kids to the park, but not anymore.
I'm Carolyn from Napa, California. Let's talk about that.
Good Mythical Morning.
This episode is brought to you by the Rhett and Link store, where you can get this t-shirt, the Red House, and other t-shirts, as well as CDs, mythical shoes. Shop to your heart's galore.
Support Internetainment, people. RhettandLink.com/store.
Yesterday, we talked about the farmer's market here in LA and your crazy experience with some interesting people.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I find myself constantly saying, only in LA. Only in LA would I see a guy playing a harp, lock eyes with me, and say something like what he said to you.
Well, he said it to the guy who was dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Which made it even more LA.
I always picture him saying it to you because in my mind, he's still staring at you, even though you're not even in the same location.
Figuratively, he's always looking at me.
You dream of this harpist at night?
Beckoning me to join him in harp world.
The farmer's market is one thing, but a kid's park should be a totally different thing, even in LA, right?
Yeah. You should
Wrong.
You should feel safe. We have lots of kids. I've got 2, Link's got 3. Our wives take them places all the time, taking them places.
Oh, no, especially to parks. You know, parks are like a haven for children who need to get out of the house and raise havoc.
Yeah. I think you wreak havoc and you raise hell.
Yeah, okay, so wreak havoc.
just being honest with you.
You know, my boy Lincoln recently had a birthday, and they held the birthday party for his friends at the park. And we didn't blindfold him, and he didn't vomit. Everything went well on that front.
Okay, good.
But who would have known what would have happened after we left? Because we show up at the party, and we, you know, okay, they're playing with Beyblades. That's the big thing. But then,
let it rip!
If I would have known what would have happened as the party was kind of breaking up,
you would have stayed.
I would have stayed longer, as opposed to going back to work.
Right.
But here's what happened. Only in LA, I say. And Jesse relayed the same story to you. So
our wives got home and they were like, "You will not believe what happened at the park." And this is the story. I'll fill in the gaps where I see them.
So it's a toddler type park where even the younger kids are able to climb up the ladders and steps and go down the slides.
Well, there's a playground area. There's a grassy park. And then there's a fenced-in area with sand all around it, and then like your new sort of modern jungle gym-ish sort of playground with the slides and the monkey bars and that kind of thing.
You seem to be really into that. You spent a lot of time studying it.
Well, no, it's just
I'm
painting a picture.
It was a park for 2-year-olds.
You know, now they know what it looks like.
So all the kids are playing in there if they're not playing with Beyblades or what have you. And then this woman who's not a party to our party.
Yes.
Even though the party's kind of breaking up.
She's like an independent party goer.
She's got a baby carriage, and she wheels the stroller-esque baby carriage into the contained area where the kids are playing on the playground equipment. And she takes out of this baby carriage not a baby, but a bunny rabbit.
A bunny rabbit.
She had no child.
She had a pet rabbit.
She had a pet bunny.
And she didn't just bring him to the park. I mean, there's grass all around there. Let the bunny run in the grass. No, I'm going to bring him to the jungle gym area.
Well, then that was because she could go in there because it was fenced in. Toddlers can't get out. My bunny can't get out.
Bunnies are contained.
So she proceeds to let the bunny just run wild in this area. And of course, the kids, it's like a dream come true.
Oh yeah, I came to a park thinking I was going to just get monkey bars, and now there's a bunny. I mean, listen,
it's not even Easter time, and I didn't have to pay to get in here.
Yeah, I mean,
yet there's a bunny that I can pet.
They love them. They love bunnies.
So of course the kids start crowding around the bunny. Oh, can I pet your bunny? Can I pet your bunny? Yes. So you know the bunny's friendly. They're petting the bunny.
Oh, of course he's friendly. He's a bunny.
Well, yeah, I guess, but he could be a rabid rabbit.
But she probably wouldn't have him at the park.
Who knows? I mean, only in LA. So the kids are having a grand time with this bunny rabbit, petting it, talking to it, giving it alternate names, what have you.
But then things get a little bit. I mean,
everything started out great.
But there's a lot of kids, and you gotta keep in mind. I mean, like my 3-year-old son Shepherd, he's the kind of kid that he's real sweet and everything. But if you left this kid alone with a bunny, I mean, you come back 30 minutes later and he would have eaten half of it alive. You know what I mean?
But in a friendly way.
He would be trying to treat it in a nice way, but he would end up killing it and eating it, sort of like Lenny in the Mice of Mice and Men. It's just the way kids are with things. You have to monitor them. You have to keep them. Well, this woman felt the heat coming from the kids, and she backed out.
Right. She starts to get upset. And so she turns to the moms, including our wives, and says, "Can you keep your kids away from my bunny?" And
we're at a park.
Their response is, well, this is a kid's park, and your bunny is playing on the kids' equipment.
Yeah.
And then, expecting a response, and the woman just stares blankly back at him. Like, you heard me, right? Get your kids away from my bunny. Hello?
And so our wives, being the nice, non-confrontational Southern ladies that they are, they just sort of acquiesced and said, okay, I mean, this is a big park. We'll go do something else. And so they go back over to the table area where the party had been taking place.
Right, because you don't want to have a confrontation with someone interesting enough to bring a bunny without a child to a child's park.
You don't want to fight the bunny lady.
Back away slowly from this bunny lady. But, within the next hour, they happen to notice that there is one mom who has shown up at the park with a child.
By herself.
And she has gotten into a heated conversation with the bunny lady.
So there's some, in the distance, a heated exchange between new mom with baby and lady with bunny. And then mom with baby, with actually two children, right?
Yeah,
comes over to our wives. And this woman is in tears. She's hysterical. She's in tears. And she's like, I just saw you guys over here and your moms. And I just felt like I had to talk to somebody. That bunny lady over there just told me, she said, my daughter is, this is the mom talking.
The mom is upset.
She says, one of my daughters is deathly allergic to bunnies. She's allergic to a lot of things. And when we carry an EpiPen, she's so allergic to bunnies that she could go into epileptic shock, and I'd have to give her this thing. And I told the lady, my daughter is allergic to bunnies. Can you please take your bunny somewhere else?
And
what do you think the bunny lady did?
She was like, And
then the lady was like,
it's a free country.
The lady said, look at the sign. The sign says you can't have any dogs in the park. And what did the bunny lady say?
I have a bunny, not a dog.
What? This bunny lady's crazy. So
you can't take your kids to a park anymore.
So then bunny lady sees upset mom talking to our wives, who are now getting concerned, and you can tell from a distance. So bunny lady, I think she said all she could take.
And I think our wives were doing things like this at this point, like shaking fingers, like, I know you didn't, kind of thing.
Yeah, lots of that.
So she could pick up on the fact that, lots of moms getting together is kind of forming a militia.
I mean, because
I should probably get out of here. I'm outnumbered.
3 or 4 moms and their children, if they wanted to, could easily take out a lady and a bunny. Unless the bunny was really out of control.
Yeah, unless it was a ballistic bunny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the type of thing. It's the sad state of affairs today when someone starts acting a little odd and you just have to back away slowly. It's like when we were in the Burger King eating, and there was a dude who came in and he was going to eat. He ordered his burger and he put his burger down, but he didn't sit down. He started pacing back and forth.
He would go up to his Whopper and he would eat
some of it.
Look around.
Look at us.
Put it down, and then he would walk around the restaurant, and then he would go back. And we thought, well, maybe this guy was recently shot in the butt or something, and he can't sit down. But no,
it was scary.
Then he would sit down. He would look at us, and then he would stand up. He would.
And we start talking to each other. And we're like, well, dude,
we got out of there, man.
And we're like, do you think we should leave? And I'm like, yeah, let's continue this conversation in the car.
But it isn't just the bunny lady. Tell them about the pole dancer.
A few days later, Christy goes to another park. And all of a sudden, this woman shows up and starts doing a pole dancing routine on kids' playground equipment.
These, I've already painted a picture of what these look like. This is a different park in Burbank, and there's the playground equipment, and then they have these poles that the kids can slide off of the equipment down to the sand. The woman's doing a pole dancing routine. She sets her little jam box up.
I'm told that a pole dancing routine it's a legitimate form of aerobic exercise that lots of women get together and do in studios where the windows are blacked out. And I'm also told that it's also done in other places, but I'm not too sure about that. But my wife was sure that at that point, okay, kids, it's time to leave this park. What is this pole dancing woman thinking? I understand that it's like the exercise thing right now that people are doing.
But do you know where the roots of it come from?
No, but I don't want to go there.
It's not for the playground, ladies. It's not for the playground.
Now,
and bunnies are not for the playground either, wherever you're at, bunny lady.
In all fairness,
Go to the bunny park.
In all fairness, I would say, if the pole dancing lady incorporated a bunny into her routine, then I think it's appropriate for all ages. And give me the location of your next performance.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, again,
Only in LA.
only in Los Angeles.
Hopefully.
You people should also move here, so you could experience these things.
Hopefully this isn't happening all across the globe. Tell us in the comments if this is happening in your neck of the woods.
That's why it's so expensive to live here, because you get to see things like this. And you get to link interpretive dance.
Okay, so before you did an interpretive dance, so now we flipped the script a little bit, and I get to do an interpretive dance.
Let's take the wheel down so they can see you.
Okay.
All alone at a park. I look in the distance. I see a lady. She has a bunny. The bunny that I'm allergic to. I must get away from this bunny. I will go into epileptic shock if I come in contact with this bunny. Oh my goodness! I look to the left. Now there's a woman on a pole. This seems inappropriate. I'm just a child. I'm just a child. I should not be exposed to these things. Oh my goodness! Now she has the bunny with her. Now things seem okay. This woman with the pole and the bunny, suddenly the universe is in balance again. I will return to this park. I will return to this park. See you tomorrow.